Hello guys, and welcome to another exciting tutorial of 3ds Max. It's your host AJ, and in the last video we did that how we can actually create object in 3ds Max, and it was a pretty basic introduction about object properties. So if you're missing my tutorials, I'm providing link in description. Go watch them out. Don't forget to hit like. But right now, coming back to today's tutorial. So today we'll be applying some modifier to our object, and if you don't know what is a modifier, so basically a modifier is a tool which 3ds Max provides us to sculpt our object, to give it a desired shape. Like for instance, if I want to make a cloth, so 3ds Max provides me with cloth modifier, or I want to give it a wavy texture, so 3ds Max provides me with noise modifier. So there are a huge list of it, so we'll be discussing them one by one. So let's get started. For this tutorial I'm gonna create a sphere right there. As you can see, I'm just gonna take it up right there, and I'm also gonna create a box, yeah, right there. Over your sphere right there, you can go to its properties and tick this base to pivot. As you're gonna tick this, you guys can see that my sphere comes up on my grid. So these are small things I'll be discussing in my tutorials. You can even turn on the edge faces to see the subdivision of your object. I'm gonna take a smooth and highlight over here too, and because I like to work like that only. So we have also discussed that we can even change the segmentation. If you don't know what it is, you can just go and watch my previous video. So I'm gonna increase the segmentation over here, and I'm gonna keep it a little bit low for this tutorial. Yeah, here we go. So to apply a modifier, select your object, go over the modifier panel, and click this drop down which says modifier list. So you can see we have a huge list of modifiers available in 3ds Max. So to jump to your desired modifier, just press the first letter of your modifier, and there you can see we are having edit poly right there. So just select it. As you're gonna select edit poly, your object properties won't be displayed over here, so now you can't scale it, so you have to take care of that part too. But now we can actually work on different selections which are available in this modifier, like for instance the vertex level. So getting on vertex level will allow me to move my vertex in 3D space like this, or I can even take it up, this one also, and this one also. So yeah, it's pretty simple. You can move them in 3D space according to your wish. You can make a selection of two vertices together by pressing Control, and there you can see that both are now moving right there. Yeah, and you can even cancel one selection by pressing Alt, and then you can just select one. Yeah, so that was pretty simple, I think so. Getting on to your edge selection, you can select edges and then move them. So these things are pretty basic. You guys must be getting it pretty easily. If you want to see your original shape, you can just always turn off the effect of your modifier by this bulb, so it will return to default. You can even delete your modifier by right clicking it, and you can see there's a delete button if you want to. So this is the another type of selection that is available to us. You can even work on border level. I'll be talking about this after talking about this, the polygon level right now. So polygon level allows you to select polygons and move them right there like this or this. So I'm gonna delete. You can even delete the elements using this. So I'm just gonna delete this polygon to show you what is a border, because border only works when you're having a hole in your object. My cube was completely closed, so I can't use border over it. So as I'm having a hole over here, I can just select this border, and then I can just modify it. So it was another basic thing. I'm just gonna take it back to original. Yeah. And the element level, as you can see, as I'm gonna select, the whole cube is select because right now I'm having one element. Later on we'll be connecting these two shapes together, and then I'll be showing you that they work differently, so according to different elements. Now talking about some more properties, some basic properties which is really important to understand. I'm gonna go over my edge level, and you can see that we have edit edges available. So there is a huge option of modifying your edges available. Like for instance, your extrude. So you can hit that setting button right there, and then you can just extrude your edges. You can even change the properties if you want to play with them. Just try experimenting with those things. Or you can work over, I'm just going to select this edge, this one, and this one. I'm just going to select all of them. And you can even work on chamfer. As you're going to select it, your edges will split, and you can even alter the value of split right there. And you can enter a higher value, like I'm going to enter 15 right now. Like you can see on this one, it's going to subdivide it. So you can basically use it to creating curved spaces. So these are different type of selections available. You can even connect to edges by just going over your connect right there. Yeah, click on the settings, and as you can see, my edges are connected. You can increase the number of connections. You can even change the spacing between them, or you can take them up and down according to your wish. So these are small things which we'll be talking, and you can even do the same things with your vertex. Then the vertex section will be available, and you can work according to it. Now I'm gonna create these two objects together, join these two objects together. So I'm gonna go over the element level, select the complete element, and in my edit geometry, I'm having an option to attach. So as I'm gonna select the setting button, attach list, I can see a dialog opens up which says I have sphere. So right now I'm having a sphere to attach, so I'm going to select it and I'm going to attach it. Interesting thing, you can see that they both are now one object, and now we can modify them accordingly. Now my sphere is also an edit poly because they are now a combined object. So now you can see that we have now two different elements to modify. So if you want to even give them a spacing or change their locations, so you can do that even if you're connected them. Now both have their own different vertices, but now there'll be a combined object. So whatever changes you're gonna make, whatever material you're gonna apply, will be applied to both. So that was a pretty basic tutorial about edit poly. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.